Hello, I'm Sam, co-founder and CEO of Karfu, our new impartial mobility comparison platform. I'd like to take you through a full product walkthrough of our upcoming product. I'd like to remind all viewers this video contains private and confidential information and would encourage you to pause and read the full contents of this disclaimer. Karfu is currently running as a beta product as part of our test phase, which you can access via karfu.com. In the meantime, until we formally launch the comparison service, you can access all kinds of different content across different vehicle types, access options, to help you learn more about the new world of mobility. But I'm here to show you today the upcoming product we're building for launch that addresses all the considerations our beta testers have highlighted. So Karfu is an impartial mobility comparison website. So when we talk about mobility comparison, we mean any product, service or technology that helps people and goods move, as we believe it is now necessary for consumers to compare a much wider variety of options. We help people compare every type of vehicle, find all the ways you can access that vehicle, and then show them the total cost of use, both financial and environmental. A key part of this is keeping up with mobility news so people are aware of new options, both new vehicles and services that may better suit their needs. So with the introduction of smaller batteries with more usable range, there's been an explosion of different types of vehicles, including hybrid, electric and fuel cell options. We have a team of mobility journalists covering the industry to help explain complex technical language and build a community of mobility enthusiasts who are more open to what vehicles they use and how they access them. So this just gives you an overview of what one of our articles looks like. Now, whatever the content, Karfu always aims to provide a route into our unique results to help consumers find the right vehicle and access option for them. So in this example here, an article about a VW van would trigger links to suitable vehicles available for sale. So whilst we cover news, we also know people want to know how good products and services are when they launch. We've decided that rather than review products directly, with the wealth of reviews out there on the market, Karfu would be better placed to aggregate existing reviews so consumers don't have to go all over the internet to find them. Our aggregated scores cover different vehicles, but also supporting products and services, part of our philosophy that consumers need to consider the entirety of their mobility choices when making a decision. To help consumers, we create aggregated scores of different vehicles by weighting the scores of different publications to create a fair score to allow for comparison. We provide an overview of the pros and cons of each vehicle. We also provide links to the original reviews to ensure that consumers go into more depth on the original websites if they so wish. We also provide an overview of the key specs for each variant. We provide all of the technical and specification information to help inform consumers, and again, we always find ways to link back to the vehicle to allow consumers to access them. So in addition to our news and ratings, our team source great value deals for consumers and create best of lists based on our aggregated ratings. Our knowledge section is full of useful hints and tips to help demystify the world of mobility, whilst our about section helps explain more about Karfu the business with a focus on explaining the importance of our impartial positioning. Our senior team contributes to opinion pieces, but we also welcome third-party contributors to ensure we get as wide a spectrum of views on the mobility landscape as possible. We're exploring the best way to create a community for Karfu to help people interested in mobility find and help each other. While this may take the form of a website forum, we're exploring other more modern solutions like WhatsApp communities, bespoke apps and social media. Our team has pulled together a directory of providers our customers should know about and a dictionary of all the key terms they need to think about. So that's an overview of our key content. Let's talk about all the ways that Karfu will be able to guide you. We start with our Karfu search, the big yellow button. This is our main search tool, which allows a consumer with an open mind to let us guide them to the best vehicle type and access option for their needs. Some people, however, are further down their research path. They may already decided they want a specific type of vehicle, like an SUV, so they're coming to us to help them work out which one might suit them best. Others have made their final decision on the exact make or model, but they'll come to us to utilise our total cost of use-based calculations to help them work out the best way to access it. Finally, we help people break free of car dependence. We show them alternatives to owning a car, including sharing and rental services, as well as electric bikes and scooters. We're also building a suite of tools to help consumers with smaller, more specific questions. Rather than a simplistic should I get an electric car tool, we help people decide if now is the right time to switch, or whether they're better off delaying for the time being. Using our unique environmental life cycle analysis tool, we can also show people how green their current vehicle is to help them work out if switching to an alternative option will make a positive or negative difference to their carbon footprint. Our research has also identified that some people have specific needs around short-term car usage, so this tool lets help people understand all of the different options in their local area. So now let's take you through a whistle-stop tour of our main Karfu search process. Our search tool takes a consumer through 3 question sections focused on their usage needs, budget and vehicle preferences to help them focus on only the most suitable options. We've conducted extensive user testing, and depending on the complexity of their needs, our tool takes less than 5 minutes to complete on average, and at no point does a person need to get up and go and obtain additional information from a computer, file or existing folder, and can be done on both desktop, mobile or tablet. We've designed our user experience to work across all devices. We have a progress section that can be accessed at any time for users to go back and amend any answer to any question. Each question also has a specific help section, which we tested over the course of multiple prototypes to ensure people can always answer without any additional assistance. We have a series of different question types with the aim of keeping the tool interesting as people progress through the process. Our budget section helps us get an overview of what a person might already be spending on mobility, including assessing the existing value of any vehicles that they might own. It's also where we introduce the concept of running costs for the first time. As a platform focused on total cost of use, we include these by default as our key point of difference. We want to help people understand that they do not always take into account all of the different costs that come with certain vehicle choices. We separate these out into essential running costs, like paying for tax, insurance or fuel, and recommended running costs, like breakdown cover, servicing or a budget for tyres. Users can toggle these on or off here and within the results. It's also where we introduce the idea of earning income from your mobility assets. We've identified a number of different ways people can earn money to offset against their total cost of use. If chosen here, these will be included in their results. This is a potential money-saving avenue ignored by other sites, and the first introduction of the potential for saving money even without switching. Finally, we ask questions about some of their vehicle preferences once we've narrowed down some suitable options. In this car example, we look at their vehicle type, number of seats, and fuel preference. We've also tried to keep this more interesting, for example, only asking people which brands they would never consider. When all the questions are complete, people can check their answers before submitting. We then run our search process and display our unique results. Karfu produces a unified result set agnostic to vehicle or access type by focusing on total cost of use. We use the period of time that they need a mobility choice for, the distance we've estimated they'll cover, and their budget to provide a suitable list of results. In our question set, people update us on their priorities, so in this scenario with the focus on cost, we recommended leasing as the most suitable access type based on their answers. People are able to sort by a variety of different factors they haven't seen before. This includes total cost of use, but also total environmental impact, net position, i.e. the real cost of their choice at the end of their chosen period, and price per mile, the real cost over the mileage they need to cover. Users can also filter their results with both general filters and vehicle-specific filters available to help them narrow down their options. Each result is presented as an individual card, combining a specific vehicle and access type. These cards have been designed to be uniform, with each piece of data specifically chosen so it can be compared whether it is a car or a bicycle, including the access type and whether the vehicle is new or used. We focus on showing the total cost of use over a period of time, as well as the true monthly cost including running costs. We also show our bespoke life cycle environmental impact, which shows the total in CO2 equivalent in tonnes, with the red to green scale showing the impact relative to the rest of your results. The final unique element of Karfu is our suitability score. This is a bespoke calculation we make based on the answer to your question to assess how suitable an individual vehicle is relative to the preferences the person expressed. Now, when a person is ready to explore more, they can dive a bit deeper into results. Here, they can see more information about the vehicle, including the main provider. They can add the vehicle to a shortlist or inquire immediately if they like the look at it. Scrolling down, we can see more information on suitability and make clear that they can increase the accuracy of this score if they enter in more information. We then provide an overview of the financial aspects of total cost of use across the 4 key areas we cover. These are the core vehicle provider, the running costs, the environmental offset, and potential income we mentioned earlier. Our net position is the ultimate outcome of these 4 sections, which takes into account their original starting position, i.e. their original deposit or the value of the vehicle they currently own if relevant, to show the true cost of them. We also flag the total upfront costs they may have to cover by making this change. We've also provided detailed information on the vehicle, including the specification and any particular features it may have drawn from our internal database. Next up is an explanation of how our environmental impact score works. We detail the CO2 equivalent for each vehicle and the ways it can have an impact on the environment so people can see where the majority of impact comes from, as this can change for different types of vehicles, in particular electric cars. We then translate that into a metric that people can more easily understand, trees destroyed, and then show what that represents in football pitches to help people easily understand the scale. We also show what that translates into from a carbon offsetting perspective. So, let's look at how Karfu makes money. Our Get Started page is where we list out all of the providers that form part of our running costs. In this finance example, we provide the full financial information for the deal, and a customer can click through to start the purchase. Depending on the sophistication of the partner and their ability to track and attribute leads, we can be paid on either a lead or sale basis. This is also where we display the individual running costs associated with this vehicle and access choice. What is displayed here is relative to the access choice. For example, a car subscription, a number of these running costs are already included, things like servicing and warranty. So in this example, bought on finance, there's a number of potential upsell options. We will display the main vehicle provider's in-house solution in the first instance, but if these are not available, we'll bring in our own third-party providers. A person then has the ability to go on and purchase a variety of supporting products and services, allowing us to generate additional revenue beyond just the initial acquisition, as well as providing opportunities for individual comparisons each year in each of these categories. Finally, we show the income options the provider specified in their initial question set, which again we can generate revenue from over and above the initial acquisition. As you can see on this page, all of the running and income costs can be turned on and off to impact the total cost of use, and people can get defaults for what they would like to include and exclude in each search. We've also designed all of the supporting functionality, including how searches are saved, how vehicles are shortlisted, and where you can view the different prices. Now, of course, we have full comparison functionality where people can compare their choices on a like-for-like basis, irrespective of the vehicle type and access type chosen. Finally, we have a profile page where people can update their information and provide the key details to allow them to participate in the platform's forum and to comment on news articles. So that's the full overview of our upcoming product. We're looking forward to Karfu guiding people to find the best vehicle and access option for them, saving them time, money, and helping them find more sustainable options. Thanks for listening.